What is going on, everyone? Platinum Beast coming at you with yet another video. Today we are going to be talking about how you need to start a new stack. So let's get into it. Okay, everyone. So today we're going to be talking about why you need to start a new stack. So let's go ahead and take these coins out of their tube, and then I'm going to discuss with you all what I mean by it's time to start a new stack. Okay, so as you can see here, we've got our maple leaves all nice and milky, just the way we like them, right? No. And then we've got Philharmonics. Now, all of the silver you see here before you, I purchased when spot was sub $20. So I got all this below $20. Really, I got all these from my LCS, and I got them for around $18.50 or something like that. Great investment, to say the least. So today I'm going to talk about why you need to start a new stack. So for the purpose of this video, let's pretend that I got all these maples below 20 and all these Philharmonics above 20. So if you go and try to buy Philharmonics right now, you're going to, the lowest you're probably going to be able to get them is about $30 an ounce. That is well above what I paid for them. Now, you used to be able to get these coins all basically below $20 very easily. Now, when it comes to stacking, you want to think about the future, and you want to think about your exit strategy and preserving your future and losing as little money as possible. Losing no money, realistically, is what you want to think about when you think about stacking. If you are planning on continuing to purchase silver, the best advice I can get is start a new stack. And what I mean by that is if you have somewhere that you store your precious metals, like a safe, a box, a hole in the floor, whatever, then you may have just been kind of stacking it up and not keeping it separate, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But to secure yourself in case the spot price ever does go back down, I know we all hope it does not. I am still uncertain as to where it will end up. But in case it does go back down, you want to keep the purchases that you paid, close to $30 an ounce, separate from the purchases that you paid below $20 an ounce. And the reason for that is you want to kind of hedge and kind of protect yourself when it comes to the future and the future of your investments. So let's say I bought this tube of maples, random year maples, at $30 each, right? Well, there's 25 maples in a tube, and so at $30 an ounce, that means I would have spent around, I'm trying to do the math in my head right now. At 20 ounces, it would have been $600. 25 ounces, it would be about $750, I believe. Yeah, $750 for a tube of maples. Now, if you buy a tube of maples at $750 and spot tanks to $20 an ounce, you want to make sure to keep that tube separate, because that's going to be the last thing you sell when it comes time to sell, or if you ever need to sell. So let's pretend I spent $750 on this tube of maples, right? And let's pretend I spent $20 an ounce on these Philharmonics. Now this is 20 Philharmonics, right? So at $20 an ounce, that would be about $400 for this tube of Philharmonics. So let's say that I just need to sell, or I want to sell, some of my precious metals. And I look at the spot price and it's gone down back to $20 an ounce, right? I can either sell my tube of maples or my tube of Philharmonics. If I sell the tube of Philharmonics and spot is $20 an ounce, and I sell it for $20 an ounce, I haven't lost any money. But if I see the spot price has gone down to $20 an ounce, and I sell my maples, which I paid $30 an ounce for, I've lost $10 per ounce, and I've kept the Philharmonics, which are now worth what I paid for them. You see what I'm saying? So you want to make sure to hedge against any type of losses that you may incur due to spot price going down. So this is a video that I just kind of wanted to make talking about what you should do if you plan on continuing to stack even during these times where spot price has increased substantially, is you want to protect yourself against any future losses. I know there are a lot of stackers that like to just say, oh, I'm just going to stack and I'll just hold it until I'm dead and gone. That is a great way to stack and a great way to look at it, but at the same time, you never know what life is going to throw you, and you never know if you may need to have an exit strategy. You need to plan for your exit strategy even if you plan on never exiting precious metals at all, because that is just the way that you protect yourself, because this is an investment. You are taking your money and you're putting it somewhere in the hopes of either getting a return out of it or at least securing the overall value of the money that you put into it. So you want to make sure you're protected in all aspects. So if you are continuing to purchase during this time, you want to make sure that you keep what you purchase right now at around $30 a coin separate from what you purchased at $20 a coin. It's a very easy thing to do, and in my opinion, doing it just helps further protect your overall investment to ensure that you never take a loss when investing in precious metals. I think taking a loss is something that a lot of people are concerned about in regards to precious metals. They're nervous about buying because they're nervous about losing money, because a lot of people have lost money trying to get into this sort of game of buying precious metals. A lot of people get into it because they see the spot price rise and they think, oh, I'm going to make a lot of money because spot price is going to keep rising. And I know that's what we all want as far as our current holdings, but history tells us that's not always what happens. In fact, the opposite. Most of the time, spot ends up going back down. It moves up slowly with inflation, but when it spikes up like it is right now, it usually goes back down. Now, again, this is uncertain times we are in, so we don't know what's going to happen. But it's always good to keep yourself protected and to keep yourself and your stack in such a way that you do not end up losing money in the future because you decided to just combine all of your stack together. So, yeah, guys, I just kind of wanted to make this video talking about how you can further protect yourself against future losses towards your stack, and what you probably should maybe think about doing if you are continuing to stack precious metals during this time. Because nobody ever really knows what the future holds. We all make educated guesses and we all speculate about what's going to happen, but at the end of the day, nobody really knows. And so because of that, we want to protect ourselves as best as we can. Now, what I also want to talk about is my gold and silver, or my gold and platinum stacks. I have each individual piece labeled in a spreadsheet that lists the price I paid for each piece. Now, I don't have the same thing for silver. Why is that? Because when I pick up silver, I usually pick up a whole lot of it, and I usually just throw it in the pile. It's been a while since I've picked up silver because spot price has been so, well, it's gone up so much, and it also has kind of fluctuated quite a bit. So I'm one of those waiters who's going to wait around and see what happens. I might pick up little pieces of gold here and there because that is my last resort sell. If I got in a car accident and I got to take care of medical bills, or I get, heaven forbid, cancer or some other disease, and I have all these bills piling up and I'm unable to maybe work or do other things to make money, silver's going first, then maybe platinum, and then gold is really just going to be my last resort sell. So I do continuously look at gold in regards to buying, but right now I'm not buying silver. Like I said in one of my previous videos, that I am just not buying silver at this time. I'm not really buying gold like I was. I still look at pieces and stuff, but for the most part, gold has come to a halt, and I'm focusing mainly on platinum. But this video, I wanted to just kind of talk to you all about if you are continuing to buy silver especially, but also gold. If you don't have each piece listed and the price you paid for gold on a sheet somewhere, keep your gold that you buy right now separate from the gold that you bought in the past when spot price was, around 1500, just to better protect yourself against any possible future losses that you could potentially incur against yourself. Now, the last thing I want to say is a lot of people will think and say, well, if I buy, if I bought a tube of silver coins before spot was over 20, and I bought a tube of silver coins after spot was over 20, and I put them together, and I end up selling the maples and keeping the Philharmonics, I end up selling the $30 coins and keeping the $20 coins. Isn't that just like a transfer kind of thing, and I understand that. And as far as average cost of your stack goes, if this was 20 maples and this was 20 Philharmonics, and I spent $20 a coin here and $30 a coin here, and then spot goes back down to 20 and I sell my 20 maples and I keep my Philharmonics, that would mean that the Philharmonics would essentially replace the $30 coins, right? Well, I understand that, but in my opinion, I just personally think that keeping them just completely separate is your best bet. I also know that a lot of people kind of just weigh their average cost per ounce all together as one, and that's also a smart strategy to kind of look at, because that's what I do with platinum and gold, because it's just much easier because I pick up that stuff piece by piece, whereas this, I'll pick up a whole bunch of it at once because it's just so lower cost. But overall, in my opinion, it's probably just best to keep your, $30 or above $20 silver separate from your below $20 silver, because in the end, you just want to further protect yourself against any potential losses that you could incur when stacking precious metals. I've seen it before. There have been people who have just lost lots of money, and I'm just sharing this tip with you guys so that you can just protect yourself against falling into that category of people who bought this stuff and lost so much money, right? Because we never want to lose money with precious metals. We only want to either make money or secure our money and its buying power. So, yeah, guys, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, we will see you.